Hi everyone, Nancy the Treasure Home, and welcome to the channel. The red line I was going through, so I wanted to make sure that I was actually live. I don't have my clapper thing because I was putting it under my desk and it fell behind the tote, and I'm like, I'm not pulling that out today. I'll get back there and get it out tomorrow. But I was just like, I couldn't believe it. It was at the right angle. It fell behind the tote between the bed and the table, and I'm just like, so our treasure home live Wednesday night, healthy stuff. Take one and clap. 9:23, no, 9:23, 24, and clap. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the TV watchers. Welcome to the people in the chat and those who will watch the replay. And so tonight I put in there about different stuff that's going on. And as it showed me down here what my title is, because I can scroll down, but it doesn't because I'm going through YouTube. Hey Kim, how you doing? That is good. You have a wonderful night. I'm not quite sure y'all busy. So green tomato salsa, does it pass the test? And making salsa at home, and then new products. So yeah, tonight is a fun-filled night and everything of different things I have, what I've got, and some surprises today. I got some coffee and I have my big Snoopy mug. I have not forgotten about making a video of all the Snoopy ones I have. Just been busy. And then Joy, she made me a new logo. I'll show y'all. It's on my Instagram and on my Facebook. Oh, I should have done that tonight. I just was late getting downstairs, but I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. All right, get down here. And this is what Joy made for me. So it has the TikTok and everything, Instagram, and I just share stuff from Instagram to Facebook. So I really just not posting on Facebook because it's shared to it. So that's what she did for me. So super excited, fixing all that and everything. And it's like the Lord is just opening doors. And hey, Jane Doe, how you doing? So it's really exciting and new things going and taking those Hillsdale classes. I need to go back and like on Mondays live and post all those links and everything. Those free courses, and also they have stuff from history about children's books. They've got stuff about the Bible, you name it, science, math. Here I am going back and taking mathematics class and stuff. I'm just like, that's just. And then they have a chemistry class. They have about C.S. Lewis, about the story of the Exodus. So when children is on left out of Exodus, they have about history, like civics classes and how Congress works and stuff like that. I am not sponsored by them. That would be nice. I'm just putting that plug in there. If you want to learn about different things, and it's free, it's online and it's free, that is one place to go. And then Turning Point Faith has free classes. If you go to Turning Point USA, you'll find free classes there also. So hey, y'all know I'm all about the free stuff. I can get it for free. Then sometimes, because not everybody can afford to go to college, and then, it's a Christian college offering free classes. You can't beat that. So, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Um, we'll start with this salsa. So I had tomatoes. The video will drop tomorrow night on cooking dairy free and alpha golf Nancy. So that will be on that tomorrow. But I had a lot of tomatoes. I mean, I probably had 50 little yellow pear tomatoes that were still green. I probably still pulled off of it probably 30. Some were really small. Hey, Misha, how you doing? So I just I took the plant out and redid that. And so I gathered as much as I could and everything. And I was like, I want to make some green salsa. My daughter-in-law and I were talking. I said, I guess it's salsa verde. She goes, well, Spanish, they put the word before the color. So it's still green salsa. I said, I know. And I had some banana peppers left over. So in the video, I've got I'll have all the ingredients of what I did. But here is my homemade green salsa. And when it's kid approved, Anastasia loves it. It's good. So she goes, when this is over, she goes, you got to make some more. I'm like, yes, I do. So, and it's just like, it comes out just like salsa. And I'm like, oh, it smells even better than I did I made it. So here we go. Oh my goodness, that's so good. I could sit here and eat the whole thing. That is awesome. I'm going to set it right there for right now. With corn chips or chips and dips and see, I like that because those yellow pear tomatoes, I don't hurt and I don't have acid reflux or heartburn and everything like I do with tomatoes. So Anastasia her eyes got big and she goes, you gotta make more of that. She goes, and it's not spicy. I said, well, you can put, if you want spicy, you could put like cayenne pepper or jalapenos or whatever. And I said, but Nana doesn't like the spice either because it gives her heartburn. And she goes, I like that a whole lot better. Because whether they get the paste or the whatever ones, the longer it sits in the fridge, even the mild, it gets spicier. So it's like, Dr. Righteous too. They're like a yellow orange and not as acidic, delicious and huge. Yeah, I got I don't know if it's those, because those I think you can get from Mary Heirlooms and Baker Creek. But I got Emma Gardner's. I ordered seeds from him. One's an orange tomato, one's a yellow tomato, and they're the big ones, like a beefsteak tomato. But I've got to get me another whiskey barrel next year so I can have one, to grow those big ones and tomato cages. So that'll be right after the first of next year. So, and I don't know, my hands and all have always been this way. This is my first year growing them, but hopefully not my last. There you go. Keep trying. And don't forget to get fertilizer. Now, I got the Happy Frog, the liquid one that you mix with water, and everything grew really well this year. So that's what I like using. So all my life, as far as I can remember, my hands, if I move them the right way, look like old wrinkly hands. Like old grandma hands. because I remember I think 3. I know when I was 3 what they said about my pinkies, but I think I suppose I'm around like 5 or 6 or something or another because my mom's mom used to come over all the time. And we were sitting there and we had our hands on the table, and I moved my hands the right way, and my sister goes, "Oh, Nancy, your hands are just like Granny's." I'm like, "Old and wrinkly." So I don't know if y'all can see if I move my hand just right. It does. So I was like, been putting the castor oil on. Hey, Heather, been putting that castor oil. And that was to be the 3rd bottle I got that I've used. So I've been using it for a while. I ain't seen nothing. And I'm just like, I don't think that's helping. I mean, it helps me with my joints and everything. But as far as skincare and everything, and I've put it in my hair and all, and I was like, I really don't think it's helping. So Rebecca had sat there and told me about something James Hall had posted on his somewhere or another, talking about the different oils like castor oil, neem oil, and it start going through the list and everything. So I was like, that's why I wanted to try. So this time I ordered my nettle from Porback. They have neem oil. So I got this. And so according to the instructions, combine 2 or 3 drops of organic neem oil to any lotion, shampoo, or conditioner or directly on your skin. I was like, now, I don't know about putting it directly on my skin, but I will show you what it looks like. I mean, because it's really cool. It's a deep, I did not say that word, but a deep, rich brown before it goes on my computer. So, and they say you can just rub it in. So, if y'all can see when I move my hands, this one is more so. And I was like, it was a lot more than this. So, I made me my little liquid things. I've got olive oil, neem oil, and then I put rosehip oil, vanilla, and yang yang, whatever, essential oils. And I've been using that. And within 2 days, I had noticed a difference. Because I'll sit at nighttime and lay there and I'm looking at my hand. I'm like, I'm not 90 some years old, but even Sarah, even the Bible says that God had renewed her youth and everything. I was like, okay, Lord, you just got to start doing that. And I looked, I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's not as bad as it was. So I have noticed, like almost immediately, the difference between using the neem and the castor oil. And now I do still have my castor oil, and I use that around my eyes up here and everything. But I've been using that neem up around my eyebrows and everything. And usually when I have like a reaction or something, it's dry here and there's patches, that's been working a whole lot better. Woohoo, I'm on TV. I do have a lot of TV watchers, so I appreciate it so much. So, and then I weighed myself last week. I gained 2 pounds, but that was my fault because I took a week off and just kind of like did whatever, eating whichever. So low carb is really how I should be eating. And I'm just switching things over from eating more like for your blood type. I haven't gotten that book yet. So, but yeah, I'm working on that. Eat right for your blood type. Just some bills came up and everything. So, I gotta lean backwards on the heating pad. There we go. So, but I mean, my clothes are still big. That's why when I lean up, I hold this like this because I'm like, whoops. But the pants are getting bigger. Um, Actually, I got something to show y'all. Because I need this pan. There we go. And I put them in here. Oh, they're not. All right. Let me get them right over here. Because I am going to do a video. I was like, why not do it a lot? Show it on the live. Not that. All right. Y'all ready? Now, I got these pants when I got hurt. This is in 2010 since I've had these pants. And now these like more like around the house pants. But yeah. That's how much weight I've lost. So almost not quite two of me can fit in these now. But yeah. So this is one pants leg. And that's what that right there. So I'm like, oh, I had washed these and I was putting them away and I was putting them on the bed and I was like, wait a minute, let me see here. And these are the same way. These are just house pants. But I was like, oh, it feels so good. I know, it feels so good. Look, they're so big and everything. I have a pair of jeans that are 24. I can't wear them without a belt because they just slide right on off now. And I was like, okay, yes, I was disappointed. I gained 2 pounds, like 2.5 pounds. So I was like, okay, don't get so lax or relaxed because you lost that weight. Then now, you put it back on because then you got to work it off. I said it's coming back. So my goal is still to be around close to 200 by the time Christmas gets here. So hey, Bud Files, how you doing, Sue? So I'm still going to be doing that. So I've got a game plan. I used the last of the cabbage in the fridge and made coleslaw because we had hamburgers last week. And I am doing eating beef 2 days a week or so when we have, like tonight we had pizza. And then on Anastasia mine, they put pepperoni. So still trying things out. My finger is, I showed y'all my finger how it was, the bubbles and everything. And I know this screen is, I'm waiting for somebody to send me some stuff to help me get that dough worked on. But it's like, it's healing up better and everything. So some of it may be from allergies outside. Hold on. Oh goodness. That's so funny. So it's not like it was, but I can't, my skin is still dry around the cuticles and everything. So just like Anastasia, she's on regular milk now. She is on Organic Horizon whole milk. She started with the 0.3, and it's called transient. Just like your body saying, hey, you're not supposed to have this, but the doctor says that's normal. So Nancy, is there a better castor oil to look for than others? See, that's why I'm thinking that brand that I have. So I'm going to look at, Horback does have a castor oil, and then Black's Tropical Homestead, they have one they recommend, and I think they have one that they make themselves. But yeah, I'm going to get a different brand also because I do notice that the castor oil helps with my joints a lot. because I have the little roller bottle, and just roll. It's just olive oil and castor oil, and roll it on my hands and everything. So I do know my rheumatoid arthritis not right there. And when I put it on my hand, because I have a knot on the inside, when I use this on my hands, I notice that works for me. I'm not a doctor, nor did I play one on TV. Even though I was a EMT, I still did not diagnose anybody. I do notice that it helps with my joints. I have to watch them and see. Yes. I don't know, Rebecca or Jane Doe, can you get Black's Tropical Homestead link and put it in the chat? Yeah, oh my goodness, they are in Georgia, and Cherie and Bobby, I keep saying Sherry, but they've done, it's called the Heritage Store. That's the one that they use. She said they healed her body. It's all natural stuff. They've got products they make and sell, and then and with food. So it can be done. You just have to really research and do stuff. So an herbalist lady said if you make a poultice type bandage and an apple overnight to an affected area, it draws the pain or whatever out. Yeah, you'd be surprised what all natural stuff does. Let me think. Oh my goodness, I see her face. Barbara O'Neill. I'm trying to think of her channel name. She's done stuff with potatoes. And let's see here. It's on my watch later list. Let me get to it. No, that's not what I want. I know people sit there and say, I can do everything on my phone. I'm like, no, you can't. There's a lot of things you can't do on your phone. There's some things you can do on the phone. Eternal Health. All I had to do is look and see. That's Barbara O'Neill's channel. So, yeah, and I got these. It's a set. You get 2 of these. Oh, the yarn don't go in my coffee. 2 of these. You get the one that goes around for your around your waist right here. There's 2, one for each ankle. Actually, probably around your calf, but I don't know. I haven't tried them lately. And then the one that goes around your knee. So I was like, comfrey salve. 2 I've heard. Yep, that's also good for healing bones. Let's see. Who was it? Somebody said something. Comfrey helps without going to get my book. So any open sores and everything, you don't want to put that on there. But if it's got a scab on it, and it helps with bruised bones and bruising and everything. I do have a bruise on my thigh. I'm quite sure it's from knocking up against this table. So when I was putting the castor oil, the one I made with the olive oil, castor oil, and it has the rose hips and a bunch of essential oils and stuff in it, that thing was healing up pretty good. People put cayenne pepper and castor oil together. That's supposed to help with pain. Have I heard of Pearl Power? La 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 la. How tongue tied can these get tonight? Supposed to build bone strength and hair and stuff. Yes, I heard that about that a long, long time ago. I don't know why it sounds like my phone is buzzing, but it's not. Oh, talking about that, y'all want to hear something really freaky? Monday night, if y'all would hear Monday night, and I sit there, it sounded like the phone was buzzing or something, and I heard it was in the kitchen, like sound. Well, Tuesday morning, Luann, that she does Blackberry Rock Homestead in Luann's kitchen, and she was doing her live, and her phone did the same thing. I was like, oh my goodness, that's so weird. Yeah, pearl powder, yes. I have heard about that. Oh my goodness, 40 years? Yeah, because my sister used to get it. And we thought it was funny, but it was like we didn't hear about ancient Chinese secret, you know? And now, it's what we hear about, how they all stay so young. Well, next thing I want to try is either make my own shampoo bar thing, or buy one to see how it does. Because my hair is all natural curly, but once it dries, it's like it's frizzy, but it's like, how do I say, not brittle. I mean, because my hair is soft. It's just that it's frizzy, and then I can, yeah, look, see, I can do this. It's like in the 80s, and they put all that hairspray, and it just stays the way it's supposed to. I was like, that's not the way my hair is supposed to go. So that's what I've been using, because castor oil is supposed to be good for your hair, and olive oil. So that's what I've been doing at nighttime, and then put my hair up. And then so I've been trying the neem oil, because that's good for skincare product and everything, is what it says. Neem oil has a high concentration of essential fatty acids and may solidify at room temperature. To melt contents, place bottle in the palm of your hand or in hot water to bring it back to a liquid. It's external use only. And this one just says non-GMO, gluten-free, cruelty-free, no parabens, SLS, mineral oil, fragrance, artificial color, preservatives, and petroleum. But they had more on the website. And then, so I know that I don't eat a lot of fish, so I don't get some of the essential fatty acids that you're supposed to. So I've been thinking about getting some. I don't like fish oil either, but I just like, I need to do something. And I also noticed when I eat put more flaxseed into my diet, and a diet is the way you eat. So people take that word diet and like, I'm on a diet. Well, which way are you eating? Are you eating keto, low carb? Normally, diet is just really all the way you eat. So people get this, I get to laughing at people when I worked at GNC, and they go, I'm on a diet. I'm like, okay, but diet is the way you eat. Which way are you eating? What type of foods are you eating? That's all that means. And so, they people who sell diet stuff has taken that word and kind of ran with it. So, I know when I put more flaxseed, like if I put it in my oatmeal, or if I put it in my bread, or put it in a smoothie, my hair gets better, smoother. We've got shampoo that has biotin in it, so up here is thin for some reason, but back through here it's all thick. Alrighty, I'll still be here. Just let me know when you get back. So that's what I've done. With, like I said, I did the vanilla and the yang lang, lang lang, whatever you say it. So I shake it up every single time I go to use it, and then put it on. I've been putting it on here. Now, like I said, tonight, well, we've had the windows open and, airing out, for summer because it's all stuffy and everything. So, but it was nice today. So we had the windows open. And then when we cook, we open the doors because, the stove is just a finicky little thing and still likes to smoke when there's nothing on there. Um, so, the pollen and everything's supposed to be low, but I don't think it was because this popped up and I was itching and then Anastasia was itching. But the other day it had gone down a whole lot. So it looks like a bruise, but it's not a bruise. It's actually just, now this arm did the same thing and it's actually gone away. And I'm like, so I put the neem oil every time I itch. When I start to itch, I put the neem oil on there and the itching goes away. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. I like that a whole lot because if I don't put something on there to help with the itching, and I really don't want to put on any medication or cortisone medication that they've given me and everything, because the last time I had cortisone, I ended up with 3 blood clots. And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't really think so. I did go ahead and just have the prescriptions filled, so, I have it and just in case. I always open the sliding door every morning for several hours. Oh, yeah. It's so nice. It's been nice last few days. It's been raining, so we had a good rain yesterday. So sad because my bells of Ireland, they were really tall and it rained so hard. Part of it fell over. Oh my goodness. Here's a warning. You ever have bells of Ireland? They got little thorns. You can't see them. And I went to go pick that sucker up and pricked my thumb. I was like, oh, let go a little quick. So, with trying to air out the house and we've been cleaning and everything. So, we got lemon pine sol. So we've been cleaning and getting some stuff off the walls and everything. So airing out the house with that going on. So I got the itching today. And I'm like, ugh. I mean, I could put stuff on there to hide it, but it's there. And it's not, I want it to go away. I would love for it to go down more. And if I can stop, if I'm itching, I try not to think about it and try not to itch. Because that's what they told Anastasia. They said with her OTI, yeah. So when she drinks the milk, because her body normally has a reaction to milk, that her lips tingle and get itchy, So so she'll eat, then she has to drink her milk, and they start off with the low 0.3, and then once she takes that, she'll tell them if she's having, what's going on, and then she's supposed to eat. Well, eating right after she drinks that milk is helping her body digest and process to where her body goes, oh, this isn't as bad as we thought it was. Why did we even have reaction to it? So that's the whole, in a nutshell, how they try treat with her dairy allergy. Mine, I've got all the molds, the pet dander, all the trees, and the grasses. So it's in 2 different vials in this arm. I had it in this arm last week, and oh my goodness, I woke up the next day, I hurt all the way back around here and everything, and it was between that and the pacemaker. The Bluetooth had been off all night, so the pacemaker was working. It was doing this little zzz, 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 zzz all night long. So I felt like someone had been punching me and everything, and I'm like, well, this was last Friday. And I was like, no, I'm not going to the hospital. I know I'm not having a heart attack. So I was like, something just didn't look right on my phone. And every time I looked at it, and I'm like, something's not right. So about 12:30 Friday afternoon last week, and I see that's not up here like it's supposed to be. I finally realized the Bluetooth was off. The Bluetooth was off. It was just up here, and I was like, but usually the app thing from the heart monitor, pacemaker's right there. What in the world? I keep getting buzz in my mouth. So I was like, what is going on? So I clicked on it, and I'm like, I had to make sure it was linked up, and sure enough, it was not linked up, because this is what it's supposed to be. It says active. And that's supposed to be online going back and forth and everything. And I was like, and I kept saying not connected. I'm like, what is going on? So I'm like, alrighty. So like right now, so now I tapped on it, it shows that, and it wasn't. I'm like, I looked, I was like, oh no. So I had asked my daughter-in-law for a soda because I didn't have any. So she brought me one of theirs. That helped. It was fuzzy, I know. It's, somebody's supposed to be helping with my Dell. So right there is the app. Right here for the heart monitor. And I'm like, so it was between the shot. The shot was I had in my left arm, and that made everything sore. And then the pacemaker was doing its job all night because it wasn't connected to the Bluetooth. So I was like, her double ran me Friday morning. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. So we got everything straightened by Saturday. I was back to normal, and I wasn't hurting or anything. I was like, oh, good. So now I always make sure that Bluetooth is on, because that's not no fun. That's not no joke either, man. Somebody has a pacemaker, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. That thing shocks you, because mine is not. They say if they shocks you. Mine's like if you take a 9-volt battery and put on your tongue. You remember those days? And so, because that's what it feels like. I got 2 leads. One's here and one's here. And so, I'm like, so it kind of felt like that. So I got by like Friday, it was 9 o'clock or so. And I was like, man, it feels like this thing is just, having a hate day. And sure enough, because it was trying to connect and it wasn't. So I was like, But yeah, the neem oil, I really like the neem oil. That's working well. I am going to look into some other castor oil and see if it just was that brand or something, because like I said, I have noticed with my joints. Now with this, here's something funny. Now with this one, especially up here on your chest, okay? I'll put the castor oil on there, let it soak in, but I use this for my hip, for my left hip, and I'll put it, I'll slide it right into my pants, and it'll stay right there around my hip, and I can slide it onto my back of my butt or around my hip and everything. And I have noticed that helps with that a lot, because this silly chair, but I've got a pillow on there. But I do notice that helps, especially with the movement of my joints and my hips, because they say I have osteoarthritis in my hip. That story is, you don't need, the orthopedic said you don't need a hip replacement, but you need to lose weight, because eventually you'll need a hip replacement, but you need to lose weight first before I can do the surgery. But you need surgery now. I looked at him and like, you just contradicted yourself. So I was like, oh, don't worry. I think I was thinking to myself as I left that doctor, I'm like, I'll lose the weight and I won't need surgery. You just watch. That's how I am. I was like, you ain't touching me. He's the same one that gave me the cortisone shot. And I ended up with three blood clots. And I'm like, yeah, he ain't touching me. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So, but, yeah, I had thought about that. And then, got the neem oil. And those who just came in and everything, this is my salsa I made. It's the green tomatoes left over from the garden and my banana peppers. And this is so good. Anastasia loves it. So I'm like, I'm definitely, I wish, I do have some more tomatoes and green banana peppers in there. So I'll make another one. But, nothing that, not a lot left over that I could have and did canning, making 5 or 6 jars of it, so we have it through the winter time. But next year I'll grow those yellow tomatoes and orange tomatoes and make that kind of salsa. So the video comes out tomorrow on cooking dairy free and alpha-gal. But there you go. It's really good. It smells so good. And Anastasia, she goes, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. She goes, Grandma. She goes, you got to keep making that. I'm like, I will. She goes, I love it. She goes, it's not spicy like the other one. Like I was telling people, the paste or the picante or whatever. And I said, well, I didn't put jalapeno peppers in ours either because I don't like the spicy that much. Because they'll buy the big ones at Sam's, and if you stick it in the refrigerator, within a day or so, it just, it gets spicier, even though it's supposed to be mild. So I'm like, yeah, we love this. So that video will drop tomorrow, or will be uploaded. It's uploaded. It will come out about 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. And I show you how I do it and everything, and then yeah, let's see. I got the neem oil. Now, as far as the stuff I got from Teresa, I'm saving that. And the reason why I'm saving that is because hers are alcohol based. So I'm just going to save those for more when it gets cold in wintertime and stuff now. And I could sit there and use some of it now, but I'm like, nope, just save it till later. Another thing that I'm going to get, I'm trying to remember, is it Carlisle Nutrition or Horback? Is the mullein. The mullein, theirs is with vegetable glycerin. So I do want to get the mullein because y'all hear me coughing and everything. And I'm like, I know mullein is good for your lungs. So I want to try that one. And then, let me get this. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see here. Because I can't say what it's good for. I mean, it's good for overall health, but specifically what it's good for. But what I can do is put the link in there in the chat so y'all can sit there and go check it out and look it up. Because if I actually said what it's supposed to be good for, they'd probably stop the live. So, but this one's at Carlisle Nutrition. Now they're the same way. I think like a sister company of Horback. Even if you buy one thing, it's free shipping. So that's what I like about that. And they have different things that Horback doesn't have. Because I've also heard that pumpkin seed oil is good. So, but Carlisle does have pumpkin seed oil that you can take. Yeah. And I'm just like, so they've got different products than Horback does. So I'm going to be trying out Carlisle next because I want to get that product right there. Now, I have a surprise, but someone wanted to wait for some people to, because this is a very special gift, and didn't know that I was going to get something today. So as far as nutrition goes, I am going to start doing more of the blood type. Right, even though I was eating that way anyway, but not as far as the grains. Even though I've got the flour, regular flour, it's King Arthur's flour. Oh, good, and he said that. Good to see you. Oh yeah, this is one of my Snoopy cups. Oh, so I haven't forgot to do the video. I've just been very busy. So I'm gonna do my Snoopy video of all the Snoopy mugs and stuff I have. And I'm just transitioning over stuff that I had in the fridge that I normally ate, cabbage, and I use that up and everything. So slowly be putting on the grocery list stuff they can find in the grocery store for me and everything. Oh, I know. Definitely. No, October is next week. Can y'all believe that? That's the last weekend of September already. To me, it goes by fast and it doesn't go by fast. Because it goes by fast for me because I'm doing 4 lives a week. I do Monday night, Our Treasure Home, just a general thing of stuff that goes on and everything. Wednesday night is talking about health and nutrition and food allergies and stuff like that. Oi, oi, oi. Friday is live on the Cooking Dairy Free and Alpha-Gal with Nancy. And then Saturday on Our Treasure Home is Bible study. So I know if it just feel like fall, too hot during the day. It was like 75 here today, so it wasn't too bad. Just humid. If the humidity could go down, that'd be a nice, cool 75 degrees, you know? And so I was like, I didn't realize, I kind of like knew the channels, both channels, but kind of like separate channels and everything. And then I realized a couple weeks ago, like, wait a minute, 4 hours a week. But that's good. I'm okay with that because, putting more into the channel and everything because I've got plans for what I want to do, where I want to go with it and everything. So, like, if I do that like Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or so, I am working on the channel. I am doing. I thought someone was coming downstairs. Yeah, you know what? On I just realized something. When you go through YouTube and everything, you can mute your mic, but I don't think you can put your avatar up. That's something good to know for all the content creators in the watching and in the chat and everything and the replay. Yeah, I can mute my mic, but that's share screen share, and edit. Yeah, you can't I can't put my avatar up there if someone was coming down the steps. I would just have to, kind of like cover that like that. That's good to know. So, Monday through Friday, what I try to do is for the channel affiliates stuff, school stuff. And yes, I say school because Hillsdale College, the free classes there that I'm doing. And then, my affiliate links, they've got videos for you to watch and how to work on those. And so I'm doing that and everything. And then supper time, they, during the week, they cook supper. And then I put on Murder, She Wrote because that's the show I'm watching now. Sit down and I try to keep, get something done and then have my dinner and relax and watch the show. And then working on Instagram and stuff like that because I still have food, pictures and descriptions of stuff that I used to cook and everything on Instagram. Because when my hands were like they were, really terrible, it was just easier for me to take a picture and post on Instagram. So a lot of that saved there, and I want to get all that off. I'm not taking it off. I just want to take a picture, save it, send it to my email, get the description, because that's where the cookbooks come from. So next week, my goal is, oh no, not next week. Next week, too many doctor's visits. Starting next week. Well, it's kind of like this weekend. The weekend I'm going to take and start working on cookbooks. Say books. Yes, that is a books. S, plural. Because I want to make 2 cookbooks. So I've got to redo the one that I made. So I've got it all saved. So I got to redo that. And then I'll be making another one. Then, planning, cooking videos for our treasure home. And, it's just busy. And it's like, wow, when you really kind of like jump both feet in, it's a lot, which is fine with me. And it gets me up and down and moving around. I like next week, Gail's Southern Living, the Fall Fest 25 comes out. So, all those videos and people making those. So I ain't going to show y'all about anything about that. You're going to have to go watch. And then the cooking and everything. So Monday night, I was talking about my bread. And the way thing, it was the pan that I had. It was, I think that bread pan or loaf pan I had, oh my goodness, I've had that thing, I know, 20 plus years. And so we don't know if it was, mostly it was the pan because my dough rose really well. And then I put that loaf pan in the oven so it could be warm because, you need it and everything. You put it in a loaf pan and you let it rise again and it just went flat. And then it didn't even cook right or anything. It's like, oh my goodness, it's got to be crazy. So today when we had the door open and everything, and because I saw Amazon earlier, because we had the windows open and the doors open because we were cleaning the walls. I used to have thought that was the most silliest thing growing up, cleaning the walls. But we were cleaning the walls today, the marks and all off. And I saw Amazon. I asked them, did they order anything from Amazon? They said no. I'm like, okay. I didn't even see the guy come to our door or anything. And all right, so this was after that we had closed the doors and everything. So I was like, did y'all order anything? They said no. I didn't even open the door to see if it was us. I thought he went next door. So when we went to cook dinner and everything, and the stove that does what it does, open the front door and everything, and That Furlong picks up. He goes, "This is for you." I'm like, "Huh?" I was like, "What do you mean? I didn't." Or I was like, "I didn't order anything from Amazon." I'm like, "Not, don't know about the water bill or anything." She goes, "Well, it says your name on it." I'm like, "Okay." I was like, "Oh, all right." So maybe I won something somewhere on somebody's channel and I didn't know it or anything. So, yeah, Amazon. So I opened it up and I was like, "Oh my goodness." I'm like, "Oh," I was like, "Okay." So in my mind, I started thinking, who has my address? Because not everybody has my address and I don't have it on the channel. So I'm like, "Oh, cool, Rebecca. I'll show you in a minute." So I'm like, "Oh my goodness, there's no note, nothing about who it's from." So I was like, "Okay, I'm not even going to ask who sent or anything," but I was just like, "Oh my goodness." So thank you, whoever sent this to me, sent me a set of 2 new loaf pans. I'm like, so the Lord knows when you need something. He lays it on somebody's heart. Now I'm gonna tell you that they're gonna be blessed because of their kindness. But I'm like, this is really nice. I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, I'll show it. I gotta show this on the live tonight. This is, it says, "Thank you for your purchase, Bacon Master Design." I think it's a Swedish company. Yep. BaconSwiss.com. Swiss.com. So that's a Swedish product. Woohoo! Hey, that's cool because I have French, German, and Swedish in my DNA. So yay! So that means now I can, well, yeah, I'm gonna make 2 breads, put one in the freezer. So that's that. Oh, this is cool. It says a measuring card. Says a cup, a fluid, milliliter, tablespoon, and teaspoon, dry weights, oven temps, and everything. Oh, that's awesome. So that's what that has on there. We have a bag that's on the fridge that's similar to this. So it's like it's pretty cool because when you like, hey, wait a minute, how many tablespoons or in a cup, and it tells you it's like, so a half an ounce is 1 tablespoon. The 2 ounces is 4 tablespoons. Is that half a cup? 57 milligrams. All right, so there you go. So a fourth of a cup is 4 tablespoons. A half a cup is 8 tablespoons. 3/4 of a cup is 12, and 1 cup is 16. And an eighth of a cup is 2 tablespoons. So that's really cool. That comes in handy. So I was like, this is awesome. So yes, indeed. I was like, mm-hmm. So I know what I'm doing Friday night. Friday night we'll be baking some bread. That's what we're gonna be doing. And I was like, mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. And just in time it's um pumpkin season and everything, some pumpkin bread and all that good stuff. So yeah, I was shocked, but I was so excited too. Like, yay! That's a good surprise. That's an early Christmas gift. How about that? And everything. All right. So Rebecca sent me this. It's called Sage Leaf. Oh, this is a candle. Oh, that's a candle that she sent me a picture and she sent it to me. Yeah, you know what? I might just wrap that up and put it under the tree. I can put the box under the tree. How about that? That will work. And I was like, oh yeah, that candle, that'll smell good. Now I did take. Oh, let me go get it. If you had a candle that the wick has gone out of, and it will not burn or will not burn. I did an experiment. We have one of these little things, it's supposed to keep your coffee warm and everything. Well, I plugged it up and I was like, I was just wondering, would it be hot enough to melt this? Now, this is a candle that I made. When it melted, I pulled the wick out of it because it didn't do right. But I was curious. Yes, it did melt the wax all away. I had to add some more scent to it because I'm testing this out. Because I was like, I need a way to melt this without melting it though in the double boiler first, because I want to pour this out into my other jars. I have some that tall, a little bit taller than that. Then I have a taller one. Then I had the 1 pints because I got me some new candle wicks that I want to try out to see if that's, because the ones I have aren't coated. So that's something I found out. So I was like, you need it coated. And I've tried coating my own wax or candle wicks with the wax I have. And it's just like, it's not the same. It just still doesn't do it right. So yeah, if you have one of these nice little warmers that's supposed to keep your cup warm with your coffee or your tea or whatever, I did. I tried it out, put it right on there and melted that. And it's like, made me think, like a tea light candle, but without the tea lights. That worked today. And I was like, that's so cool. I was like, I'm glad I not throw this away. It's like, I'll find a use for it some way or another. Oh, cool. I'm glad that smells good. But just the FYI, that the whole thing gets hot. But it worked. I was like really glad that it worked. I was like looking at it. It's like, I kept looking at it, and then I got too busy and doing over here at the computer and everything. And went to go get some water and stuff, and I was like, had melted the whole thing. So I was like, all right, cool. So I know it'll melt. Then I can pour that into another jar that get all the wick stuff and all that all together and everything. Pour that into the new one, and then let it sit for like 3 or 4 days. Then light the candle and see if it works. See if that new wick that I got will work. Because if it does, then I know that's what I need to buy from now on. I have made the racks, the tea, like the molds for your tea light candle holder stuff. So I've got those still. And I'll get back to doing that also. Just, when I like doing all kinds of crafts and everything. So Monday I showed the little gingerbread man. I did. So like I said, on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm either doing crafts or I'm going through my books, scheduling, seeing what else I need to do, going through cookbooks that are over there to plan for videos. And usually I'm filming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because, as y'all heard, family, I love my family. So, but they play video games and they watch WWE and stuff and everything, which I can't. My phone will pick it up. Even with their door closed, my phone still picks up the sound and everything. So it doesn't even, if they're talking or anything, that doesn't bother me. But, I can't have any copyright, especially with WWE, because, sometimes their talking isn't all that clean. And then, the video games, it'd be other channels that they're watching. So then I don't want, anything happen there. So that's, so when my son's at work and Anastasia, they're kind of still asleep, on Saturdays, like 9:30, 10 o'clock, then we all get up. But then they go upstairs and have breakfast. And my daughter-in-law, Anastasia's mom, cooks breakfast. Then they go up and do their thing and everything. And I know when they shut the door. So what I'll do is I'll start doing videos and editing and all that good stuff. So, and then I showed y'all this is my Snoopy thing. Actually, you go to Amazon and in their search bar, type Amazon warehouse. It comes up with all kinds of stuff. It was like less than $5, maybe about $5 or so. I don't mind if it has old years there because I can just write on there and, make notes and put the right date. So, yeah, it fills up fast. And I'm like, well, what a difference. Yeah. The last couple of years and now. And everything. Like I said, Friday night on the cooking channel, I will be making bread. I don't know what kind of bread just yet. I might just do regular bread, put some flaxseed in there, but I might do something else. So we'll see. I've always wanted to try and make monkey bread. So, I don't know, we might be making that too. I think I've got everything. I'll have to look and see what we all need. But we might make some of that. That'd be pretty cool to have. Pull apart bread and everything. That's good. And then Saturdays, I know I was just like, they are so nice. I like the colors too. That reminds me, they're brown and speckled. They got white and black speckles on it. So I'm like, cool. Yeah, the coating on my old one, man, that come off a long time ago. It's confusing. Because we do have glass pans, so I can just make rolls, I put rolls in that and everything. Because that's what I was telling everybody, roll out your dough, cut it in 3, and then braid your dough and that good stuff. Hey, Fuzzy, how you doing? So, I'm like, it's baking time, And I try to do that on the weekends too, because especially if it's cooler outside, in the mornings or in the evenings, so the oven doesn't heat up as much. But, because in the summertime, you don't feel like baking that much because it's so hot outside. So now I was like, I can make 2 loaves, put one in the freezer, and then have the other one. And then all the specialty different ones like blueberries and then loaf and then maybe a coffee cake and all kinds of good stuff. That's good to know. Congratulations. Awesome. So, but that's about all I have for tonight as far as the health and stuff goes and everything. I wanted to show you all the new products, tomato sauce, green salsa that I made, and the surprise I got today. So thank you, whoever sent it to me. I greatly appreciate it. I was surprised to see it and everything, but I was like, it's time to make some bread. Because we put the Ninja back into the storage and everything. So I don't know. I know that some of the Ninjas I got recalled, and I just told them, don't even worry about trying to find it and get the serial number or whatever, bottle number and everything. So I'll just wait for that and start using it later. But thank y'all so much for coming and watching. Thank y'all for the TV watchers that are here. Thank you for the replay watchers and those in the chat. That is what I have for tonight. I want to thank y'all for being here. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed night. God bless. Stay safe. We love y'all. And we'll see you next time on Our Treasure Home.